Welcome to the video on how to use the brush panel. In this video we will adjust the building polygon using the various brushes available in the editor. We will first add a new building. Hover over Buildings in the ribbon bar and click on Add Building. Once selected, click on the Draw Area button to begin. Notice parts of the 3D visualization have become light blue. This is an indication that the selection mode is active. Now let's focus on the brush panel, which can be found in the bottom of the screen. First, there is a choice box, which can be used to change the type of brush used to draw a selection. Next is the size of the brush. The way this size is used depends on the selected brush. Next is the operator row. You can use this option to either add new parts to the polygon or remove parts of the existing polygon. Which brings us to the Clear and Apply buttons. These are used to revert or finalize changes. Last but not least are the options. You can check the Hide Buildings box to make drawing a bit easier by hiding building models in the 3D visualization. The second option is related to buildings. This option means that when drawing a new building, the owner will be adjusted automatically based on the owner of the underlying plots. Now let's explore the various brushes available to us. The first option is the block brush. This brush is based on an oriented grid and allows you to add blocks with dimensions determined by the size option. When moving the mouse around in the 3D visualization, you can see that the grid aligns to the edge which is the closest to the cursor. Once clicked with the left mouse button, this grid orientation is locked. Moving the mouse will change the amount of blocks added to the selection. Clicking a second time finalizes the row of blocks. To remove a part from the made selection, click on a green part that you would like to remove. The selection then goes into selection removal mode. Moving the mouse will now remove parts of the selection. Clicking with the left mouse confirms the removal. Last but not least, notice the tip shown in the brush panel. You can lock and unlock the orientation of the grid by clicking on the L button. Now let's apply this selection. Click on the Apply button. The brush panel will close. Notice a building now appears in the 3D visualization based on the provided selection. Click on the Draw Area button to adjust the current selection. Now let's remove a part of the previous drawn selection. For the operator option, select Remove. Notice the changed background in the 3D visualization. We can now only remove parts of the selection of the building we are editing. Adjust the selection and click on the Apply to send the changes. Notice the building has changed again in the 3D visualization. You have successfully removed a part of an existing building. Let's now explore the remaining brushes. Select the Line brush. This brush can be used to create a simple line, buffered with the configured size. Click once to start a line and click a second time to finalize the line. Now select the Poly brush. This brush can be used to draw arbitrary shapes based on consecutive points. Start a polygon to click with the left mouse button. Move the mouse and click again to add a second point. Repeat these steps to create a shape. The size slider determines the minimal distance between consecutive points. Clicking on the blue dot allows you to remove the previous point. Finalize the shape by clicking on the location of the red dot. Next, select the circle brush. Click once to place a center point. Move the mouse to determine the radius and click a second time to finalize the shape. Now select the ellipse brush. Click once to place the first control point of the ellipse. Move the mouse and click a second time to place the second control point. Move the mouse again to change the size of the ellipse. Now select the polygon pick. This is a context-dependent selection brush which adds polygons based on other layers. In the case of buildings, the terrain layer is often used. Click to add parts to the selection. The last brush option is the blueprint. The blueprint brush has two sub-options, from Areas and from Wizard. Clicking on the From Area link will open the Area Selection panel. You can use this panel to select one or more areas to add to your selection. Select the areas and click on Select to confirm. Notice the shapes that have been added. Clicking on the From Wizard link opens the Geodata wizard. How to import geodata using this wizard is explained in a different video. When using this option, the polygons of the imported features will be applied to your current selection. You have now learned how to add and remove polygons using the various brushes in the editor.